Panjshir, a landlocked valley connected by a 115 kilometers long single road. It was the last bastion of resistance against the Taliban. Last September, the fundamentalists finally conquered the land of Commander Ahmad Shah Massoud, whose portraits have been torn off. Today, they hold the valley with an iron fist, setting up checkpoints across the main road. We crossed 5 of them to reach the provincial capital, Bazarak.
اکثر اوقات چکپاین به خاطر از این مندازیم که قاچاق مواد مخدر صورت میگیره.
Most of the time, our checks target drug smuggling, which is mainly hashish and cocaine. We also catch people carrying unauthorized weapons. It's to prevent all these acts that we have control. Thank God, Panjshir is the safest province in Afghanistan.
The Taliban claim that the valley has been pacified and the national resistance movement led by Ahmad Shah Massoud's son has been neutralized. According to the movement's leaders who have taken refuge abroad, the front is still active. On the ground, no more fighting is being reported.
We hear that there are some people resisting here, but on the ground we don't see anything concrete and we haven't met them. I don't believe that these people really exist, nor their resistance.
At the top of Saricha Hill, a group of Taliban fighters protect the tomb of Ahmad Shah Massoud. Some of them are natives of the Panjshir Valley.
All the security of Massoud's grave is under my jurisdiction, and I control the place. All brothers, sisters, and citizens are allowed to come and visit Massoud's grave and take pictures, walk around, and see that the grave has not been damaged.
Until mid-September, fighting raged in the Panjshir Valley. It forced 28,000 locals to flee their homes. According to the UN, 10,000 Panjshiris have still not returned. Makhtoom Bibi was among the few who stayed back.
9 people were killed here, and I provided shovels and bedsheets to bury 6 of them at this spot. They were not fighters, but civilians. They were trying to flee to the village of Parinde on the other side of the hill, but they shot them from below. I did not go out during the fighting. It was too violent.
The widow lives in a deserted village, along with her disabled son, a daughter-in-law who is unemployed because of the arrival of the Taliban, and her grandchildren.
After the fall of the previous government, the Taliban took over and the problem started. We lost my salary.
This is the only rice we have. Here is the sugar and the little wood and coal we have left. Some say that humanitarian aid will arrive, but for now, we wait and keep hope in Allah.
This is the first time humanitarian aid has resumed in Panjshir since the arrival of the Taliban. The UNHCR is distributing from $260 to $400 per family.
I'll use the money to buy fuel to warm the house during winter. The prices of commodities have increased a lot.
Nearly 600 households are going to receive the assistance.
What you need to understand is that the economic situation is extremely bad, and the recent events have made the situation even more fragile. The war in Panjshir has demolished many houses, and people have lost their livestock.
The provincial capital is now a ghost town. Its once crowded streets are now empty. The markets remain under constant vigilance of the Taliban, who have now become the new customers. In this shop, this man dares to speak up. For his safety, we blur his face.
In my family, 2 of my cousins were handcuffed and shot. They were innocent. They were killed for no reason, without having committed any crime. And this was when the war was over. We no longer feel safe.
Panjshir is the same old Panjshir as before. Panjshir will never change. For me, the only real change is that before it was ruled by the police and the army, and now by the Taliban.
The valley now looks like an occupied territory, a first in the history of Panjshir.